At some point in life, survival skills save us. That they help us adapt. They help us endure. They help us get through moments we never thought we would. But here's something most people are never told. The skills that once protected you can quietly become the very things that hold you back. Survival skills are designed for danger, for uncertainty, for moments when you don't feel safe. Yes. And when those moments pass, the skills don't automatically turn off. They stay. Hyper independence, for example, often begins as strength. And you learn not to rely on anyone because you had to handle things alone. You became capable, resourceful, self sufficient. But later in life, that same independence can become isolation. You stop asking for help even when it's available. You carry everything yourself and wonder why connection feels so far away. Or consider emotional guardedness. At one time, closing yourself off may have been necessary. Feeling less meant hurting less, keeping walls up kept you functioning. But when the danger is gone, those walls don't disappear on their own. They block intimacy. They make vulnerability feel unsafe, even when you're surrounded by people who care. Perfectionism is another common survival skill. Doing everything right once meant avoiding criticism, punishment, or chaos. So you learn to stay sharp, alert, always prepared. But later, perfectionism turns into exhaustion. Nothing ever feels finished. Rest feels undeserved, and mistakes feel like threats instead of teachers. Even people pleasing often starts as survival, keeping others calm, keeping the peace, reading the room before speaking. It worked until it didn't. Eventually, you stop knowing what you want because you've spent so long prioritizing what keeps everyone else comfortable. Here's the important part. There is nothing wrong with you for having these skills. They kept you going. They worked when you needed them to. The problem isn't that you learned them. The problem is using survival tools in a life that no longer requires survival mode. So how do you become aware that this is happening? Pay attention to what feels automatic, what you do without choosing. Do you default to control when things feel uncertain? Do you withdraw instead of asking for support? Do you stay busy to avoid feeling? Another sign is disproportionate response. So, when a small situation triggers a big reaction, it's often an old skill trying to solve a new problem. Self awareness doesn't mean judging yourself, it means updating your responses. You can ask, is this protecting me right now, or is it keeping me from something better? Growth isn't about deleting survival skills, it's about learning when to set them down. You're not weak for outgrowing them, you're not broken because they no longer fit. It means you're safe enough now to choose something different, and that's not failure. That's progress. If any of this video provides some perspective, please tap the like icon. And if you'd like to be engaged with these talks, please consider subscribing. It greatly helps us grow our channel and reach those that may benefit from this space. Thank you for the time today. I do appreciate it. My best to you all. We'll talk again soon.